My name is Jordan Loveridge, and I'm a second-year PhD student in rhetoric and composition. This semester, I taught a section of English 216, Writing Public Arguments. The main assignment sequence that led to this event happening, it started with the second project of the course, which asked the students to choose an issue that they were passionate about and become advocates for that issue online. To do that, the students developed a Twitter handle that would offer information about that topic. They also posted the other content that they created on that Twitter. Some students created websites, others created blogs where they would argue for certain positions. Many of my students created infographics and things like that. However, this was pretty much solely confined to an online space. So for the third project, I really encouraged the students to take that advocacy and move it into real life. The project required them to do some kind of offline event that fed into their advocacy project. So this looked different for many of the students. Some of them wrote to Congress people, others started petitions and things like that. But many of my students also chose to organize events on campus. I thought the event that Annie and Tina put on was really unique in its local focus. I thought it was really well targeted toward the population at ASU. I also think that they did a really good job collaborating. They were one of the few groups of students that actually chose to work together.
My name's Annie Souza. I'm a political science major, sophomore here at ASU and Bear at the Honors College. I'm also getting a writing certificate, which is why I'm taking English 216, Persuasive Writing on Public Issues.
My name is Tina Jones. I'm a junior here at ASU and my current major is Business Legal Studies. I'm taking English 216 to help with the persuasive writing and the public issues that I will be facing in my future careers, hopefully as a lawyer.
For one of our writing projects, we had to advocate for an issue that we were really passionate about online. So we initially created a Twitter feed that included links to all of our other media artifacts. I personally did body image and eating disorders, mostly in women, and I created a Tumblr blog page. I myself suffered with an eating disorder, or suffered from an eating disorder, so I wrote my story on my Tumblr and linked other artifacts to that as well. I also did a YouTube video where I interviewed some of my friends on body image and the media's effects, and then compiled that into a video. And then I also made an infographic on eating disorder information.
And for my project, I actually focused more on nutrition and eating healthy and living a healthy life. So what I did for it was as well create the Twitter feed, but I made blog posts about eating healthy and watching what we put into our bodies, not making sure that it's the most healthy thing we can and to have a balanced diet. On top of that, I created Instagram feeds of just positive images of people eating healthy things or fruits and vegetables and what you're supposed to be eating, as well as I actually created a pledge that I was able to pass out around campus as well as to my sorority sisters to promote eating healthy and just watching what we are putting into our bodies and really taking our nutrition into consideration.
For each of our artifacts, we had to do a rhetorical analysis, so that was kind of the intent behind that, to figure out what rhetorical devices we were using in our artifacts, and analyzing that and doing critiques as well on other media artifacts that other people post. The third part to our project was to create some sort of experience, some sort of physical, tangible something that could come out of our advocacy project. So we decided to put on an event, which was tonight, called Love Your Body, and we had a certified eating disorder specialist and licensed professional counselor, Sam Lample, and also a registered dietitian come speak to a group of people.
I felt it was very important for them to come speak tonight because people struggle with eating disorders and finding the right things to put in their body all the time. And being here at ASU, we are either living on our own or away from our parents. So we have to really make sure that we are doing the best we can for our bodies and making ourselves and each other healthy.
I also thought it was really awesome that they could really have real life scenarios and real situations that we see every day on campus, and I do agree with what Sam said during the presentation. He said that a lot of people do struggle with eating disorders and don't know it. And you know someone with an eating disorder, they just probably don't know it yet.
And overall, this assignment was really awesome to not only enlighten me more about an eating disorders which I didn't know about, but also just for us to really use what we learn in school, what we learn in the classroom to affect the outside world.
Yeah, for me, it was really awesome. The person who spoke, Sam Lample, tonight was my counselor, and so that's how it kind of came about for him to come and put on this event with us. As I just emailed him, and it was first a simple email, and then it became something that was much bigger and could have much more of an impact, because a lot of the people that were here talked about how they either have an eating disorder or think that they have a friend who has an eating disorder. So I thought that it was really cool that they got to have that experience and talk to professionals about it.